All right, and welcome to the Underground Reigns podcast. That's right, this is our first episode of the Underground Reigns podcast. By this podcast, we're basically going to talk about general topics. We're going to talk about pretty much whatever we want to, whatever we feel like we want to talk about. We'll give our personal opinions on them. I am the Metal God 666 here, bringing alongside
Mayhem Chaos Obsessed, and also known as Chris. You know, when you said this is the first episode, imagine if we made the second episode first. But how would that work? Because technically it would be the first episode, but we could make it and say, this is the second episode, this is, and confuse people. And they'll be like, hang on a minute, the title...
Yeah, you spoiled the fucking secret master plan, damn it. Alright, but anyways, in this podcast, like I was saying, you know, we are basically going to be talking about pretty much whatever general topics we wish to discuss about. It could be about anything. It could be about politics, could be about religion, could be about music, could be about society, could be about whatever we feel like. And we're also going to be promoting a lot of underground bands, hence the name Underground Reigns. Now, we did get permission from every band before we post it to here. So don't bother, false flagging it, because we have documentation and everything to prove that we did have permission from every band that we are going to be showcasing in there. And we have a lot of kick-ass bands already lined up, and we have more lined up for quite a few episodes. But if you are an underground band, you could even be on a small indie label. It doesn't matter. As long as you are an underground band.
You could sound like utter shit. You could literally, your instrument could be the floor and a stick, and you're just bashing the floor, and we'll still promote you. It doesn't matter, We're really open-minded.
It's all up to us. So if you are an underground band and you wish to be promoted on the podcast, please submit your entry at Underground Reigns. That's Underground Reigns, Underground, normal spelling, and then Reigns, REIGNS at yahoo.com. So that is Underground Reigns at yahoo.com. And you can also follow us on the old Twitter, if you so wish to, with UGR Podcast.
And you can also submit, if you want to, your song to us on Twitter.
If you wish to submit it through Twitter as well, we will accept it. We'll accept it through Twitter as well. But anyways, that's
about it on that. So the Metal Gods, explain who you are, what you've done, and just a bit about what you're like, why your name is the Metal God, why you go by that name.
So basically, I've been doing YouTube for quite a while now, and I've gone through quite a few different channels due to trolls and false flaggings and shit like that. And so I now have the Metal God 666 here. What I do basically on my channel is I'm kind of similar to what we're doing here on the podcast. I basically talk about different topics. I may also do music reviews, game reviews, whatever, pretty much whatever I feel like talking about. And a lot of the stuff I talk about may not be, the popular opinion, but it's what it is, so, and of course you have to deal with stupid people and stupid trolls and so on and so forth. I've been a big fan of metal for, pretty much my whole life. I've been into metal for well over 25 years. Hell, I've been into death metal for over 20 years also. It's about 21 years I've been into death metal. So I've been in the extreme scene for quite a long time, and my knowledge is very, very vast, especially when it comes to metal, and it comes to metal history, and it comes to stuff, So if you have any questions about metal, or you want to know some kick-ass bands that to check out, and feel free to ask me. Feel free to ask me anything. Like the old saying goes, there's no stupid question, just stupid people.
I reckon there could be a stupid question if someone says to you, I don't know, they said to you, 1 + 1 is 50 billion, is that not right? And that's a stupid question, because 1 + 1 is obviously 2, but
you could hypothetically, it could equal that, if you do a bunch of other factors in there and you do other stuff, it could eventually end up to being that, you never know. I'm pretty sure there's a way we could, but like I said, that's just that I would just laugh. That would just be something funny.
Right, so me, I'm like a bit younger than the Metal God, so I've not had as much experience as him. He's been to loads of a couple of festivals, and loads of concerts, and he's seen shit tons of bands, and I've been listening to metal for quite a while now, about 8 years. That would be the most amount of time I can say, because System of a Down I was listening to from when I was 11, and they're in that category. And then obviously I went from there, and then I got into loads of underground stuff as I got older, because the internet, this is where the internet's fucking brilliant, because you can be introduced to loads of music.
It's brilliant, but at the same time, it's lost kind of some of its magic, though.
Yeah, some of it's good, but then the internet has its bad points. But we're talking about that.
Actually, we're gonna discuss about that on our first one.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about that after we've listened to the first song. So in a bit, we're gonna put on the first tune, and like I said, this is a verified. I've verified it with them. So as the Metal God with the people he's contacted. And their new bands are underground, and yeah, it's to help them get promoted and to help other people enjoy.
Exactly. So, like I said, if you're underground band, feel free to. Okay, and the first band we will check out is a goth metal band known as Universal Theory from Spain, with the song "Turn Me On." If you wish to check them out, if you're listening to this on YouTube, the links will be for every band will be below. But if you wish to check out this band, you can check out their links at www.universaltheorymusic.com, www.facebook.com/universaltheory, youtube.com/myuniversaltheory, and you have Twitter /universaltheory. So make sure you check out this band. Hope you enjoy the song. And like I said, when it comes to the bands that we will be promoting up there, if we enjoy your music, we will promote it. So there's no style that's gonna be, like we're not saying, okay, it's just metal, that's it, nothing else. No, you could be, hardcore, you could be punk, you could be, reggae, it could be fucking whatever. Okay, just if you're dubstep, don't bother. Do not bother. Don't bother. We do not want to hear that shit. Okay, sorry, I absolutely don't like dubstep at all, so you will not hear any dubstep on this thing. I'm sorry. My thing. Same thing if you're crunkcore. And then scene. Also, the scene bands like, Blood on the Dance Floor style shit, Falling Reverse. Scene bands like that, don't even bother. But pretty much anything else, it's fair game, we're not going to be too harsh on it. If we dig it, then we'll use it. If we don't dig it, don't feel bad if we reject your song, or it's not on like right away, because we may get flooded with bands. So I'll tell you this beforehand, so just give you a fair warning. But like I said, pretty much everything else goes, not just metal, like I said, whatever.
Let's introduce them to the first track with Universal Theory, turn me on like a motherfucking television.
Turn me on!
Turn me on, bitch!
Underground reigns!
Empty streets, rain is soft, drops on me. You can feel my sweet breeze Come in and taste me. Turn the lights off. Turn me
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that, motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, hope you enjoyed that song, Universal Theory. Check them out. If you like that, don't worry. We have more tracks for you to check out in future episodes. You will hear more. They have a very diverse sound to them. I really enjoyed that song. That's why I chose that one to be first, because I figure it was a pretty good first impression of the band. And they're very, very, very cool, very nice people. So, anyways, we're gonna get on with our first topic, we're gonna talk about, and that is, of course, the internet.
The pros and cons, yeah.
The good, the bad, the ugly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So, talking about the internet now.
Okay.
Me and
For
you.
me, I have a little bit more experience being, I've seen it grown, from what it was. Now, of course, when I first got on the internet, it was back in the day, it was 56K dial-up internet, and I just, you couldn't even imagine even back then. I do believe that was around, when did I get on the internet? I think the first time I ever got on the internet was maybe around 96 or 97-ish is the first time I really got on the internet. And we're talking like it was slower than molasses. So it was beyond slow. Like, it literally took like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I know that's unthinkable now, but 5 minutes for a page to load. A picture? Oh fuck! Jesus Christ! You're looking at even longer. Videos are on. No. All right. Download a song back on 56K days. You're looking at about 15 minutes. One song. 15 minutes. Not 5 minutes, not a minute, not 30 seconds, 15 minutes.
You can get a discography in a few minutes now.
Exactly. You can get a whole discography from a band now. Let's just give an example, but I've seen it grown so much, and at the same token, with this, being so awesome as it is, there's also a lot of drawbacks to it. The main one for me, especially for me, and I know anybody who's been listening to music is a big fan of music back in the day, who used to go to record stores, to buy music, which I still do. I still go to a record store and buy music. But this is the one major big drawback. It's like that magic's kind of lost now, from like, I used to go to a record store, get in my car, go drive to Atlantic Music. That was the name of my local record store, which unfortunately is no longer there. But I used to drive to Atlantic Music and go pick up the latest whatever album, or go check out, see what they got new, and the people in the store would be very knowledgeable, about certain genres. Like, they'd hire people that are, really knowledgeable in each genre of music. So if you go in there to buy an album, they might be like, hey, you ever heard of, insert, band here? And you're like, no, like, oh, their album's over here. Why don't you check it out? Like, cool, why don't you check it out? And you get the CD, and it's like a mystery. What do you have? Or like, you blind buy, like, you don't know what this is. Looks cool, and you just pick it up, and you're just like, man, what is this? It's like a hidden treasure. You're like, is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be shit? I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. And the internet, the bad thing is the album's leaking online. You get to hear pretty much a whole album before you even buy it now. And then albums get leaked like months in advance online. For me personally, from now, I'd stick clear if an album, gets a full release online month or 2 or 6 months before that. No, I don't touch it. I might hear maybe a song, maybe or two. If they release like a single from it, cool, I'll check it out. but I'm not going to listen to the whole album, even if they have the whole album streaming online for you to listen to. Like the record label put it out, I still don't bother with it, and I still blind buy, So I'm getting some of that magic back. So if you want some of that magic, like I have, like I did back in the day, I was just doing that. You'll
So
see a total difference.
a lot of record stores you don't see them around nowadays. I mean, you've told me you've seen quite a few in
Yeah,
Japan.
well, here in Japan, it's a total different story. Here in Japan, majority of people still go to the record stores, still buy records. Um, that's the one thing I love. Like you go into a record store here in Japan, you will always catch people inside the record store at almost any given time. Even like big chain stores are still active here, such as like Tower Records, HMV. They're still active, and then you have the smaller ones like Disunion, which is just for Japan. I think there's a U.S. one, but I think it's just online only. There's so many different options with here. So it's pretty vast. But in the U.S., it's pretty much getting to be non-existent. They're pretty much gone away. I know there's still like Amoeba Records in California, really cool store. Rhino Music, also another really cool one in California. That's pretty much the only ones I can really think of off the top of my head. I know there's a couple more cool ones in California I went to. There are a lot of really good record stores out there. So
You should see these, like, we have this thing called Asda here, and it's mainly for food, but they have like a clothing section, and a DVD and music section. And in their music section, don't forget, this is where you'd go to get your food. It's like one of the main food grocery places. So you go there, and like I says, they're obviously going to have mediocre and just general stuff, because it's not specialising in music or clothes or DVDs. So you go to the music section, and I've not seen one. The most metal you'll see there is Black Sabbath, and that's bad. That is really bad if you think about it. Considering Britain, bands in Britain and like metal, a lot of bands came from here, and the most you'll get is Black Sabbath. That's pretty bad. And obviously it's just not specialising in music, but if you go to places that do specialise in music, which you'll have to go to like your main town centres, you'll see HMV or as I like to call it, HIV, and basically they have extreme stuff, but what they have in the metal section, I showed you a picture, didn't I? They had My Chemical Romance. My Chemical fucking Romance.
Like the HMV here in Japan is actually pretty fucking good. Actually, they actually do have extreme stuff there. I mean, you can go there and find even some underground bands there too. You can find too, so it's not just your mainstream stuff, so actually pretty good. And they actually have an extreme metal section where it has extreme metal bands. You're not going to see, My Chemical Romance in there, or fucking Skrillex, or fucking any other garbage what's out there, but, whatever, it's what it is. But, enough bashing with it, we're going to talk about some of the good side of the internet as well.
Well, we'll get onto that in a sec, because we're coming to a time for another song. So when we come back, we'll talk about more into this internet and obviously give our opinions on the good side of it. So this is a recent song from a friend of mine that I know, and he done this. It's his own work. He had one friend fill in for a bit of guitar, but he came up with everything else. It's called Till the Fall, and his project is called Citizen Slave. So if you type that in on YouTube, you'll find it. And if you want to leave him a comment, definitely do that. So here we go with this kick-ass thrash metal song. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Thrash your
Thrashing
fucking
stuff.
minds off.
And it was pretty fitting for my shirt. Yeah.
¿Dónde están las putas canciones?
¿Dónde está mi cerveza acá abajo? A mí no me estés mamando, al chile.
Go. And we're back. I hope you fucking enjoyed that, motherfuckers. And my friend, that song was based on a crazy experience he had on some crazy party. And yeah, it's fucking amazing. I hope you enjoyed that. So
quite a few songs written about that. I mean, you know.
we're gonna get into the.
All right, let's get into the good side of the internet. You know, with like I said, we would discuss this since we kind of discussed kind of the bad side of the series. Discuss some of the good side. Some of the good side. internet, is connecting a lot more people together that would have never, seen each other or ran into each other. Especially with someone like me, living in Japan. I've got friends back in the States. I got friends all over the world, and I'm still able to communicate with them without spending an arm and a leg to talk to them on the telephone.
We're a good example of that as well, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. We never had known each other. That's one of the good side. Another good side is actually discovering and finding new bands you would have never have heard of.
It's made it easier for people to promote themselves and easier for people to access music, but at the same time, it's made it harder for people to make profit. And people, as you know, are making money through touring, gigging, and they make their money from merchandise as well on the side of that. They're not really making as much money from CD sales.
Exactly. There used to be you used to could make a living off of just making records. That's it. You know what I mean? You didn't have to tour as much. Now bands have to tour a shitload more. Which is good and it's bad. Whatever.
Think of all the energy as well.
A major plus. I mean, if you had told me, back even like 10, 15 years ago that I was going to be, playing, a PlayStation game with, my friend, one of my longtime friends from back in my home state in the U.S., I would have told you were nuts. I would be like, no, there's no fucking way we're going to be fucking playing, whatever, real time and stuff like that. Like, no.
I would get you fucking sectioned, but obviously now it's I wouldn't, because it's actually happened and it's not crazy. But back then, I would have got you sent.
I mean, even what we'll get into a little bit later, such as like the smartphones that are out, you literally have a little mini computer at your fingertips. I mean, you can play games on it. You can use it. Watch videos. You can, you can talk to people through a telephone. I mean, that's insane. Now, Japan has been very far along in technology. I'm talking back in like 2003, I was able to watch TV on my cell phone. That was 2003. Something recent that just happened in the U.S., such as being able to pay for something with your telephone. Like instead of like, okay, you don't have any money on you, but you have your phone, you can scan your phone and it'll just charge your phone bill, and it'll bill you to that. Here in Japan, we've had that here since 2005. You're able to do that.
Japan's always ahead with technology, and they're always innovative.
Always 3 years ahead of everybody else.
Japan's the place to be.
But yeah, so anyways, that's just some of the good aspects about the internet that we can talk about.
I want to say this with the internet, like communication, me and you brought close because of it, but then I feel like it's drifted people apart who in real life, if that makes sense, people that you've met through school
Yeah, we're going to discuss about that more in the next
Yeah, because we're going to be having to put a lot of time into this. But like the Metal Gun and I have said, it's very good in its own way. And I think that, like I was telling you the other day, we just need to adjust to this and learn how to use it properly. And over time, hopefully, we will be able to use the internet more maturely, and it will be used for the right things.
I don't see that ever happening, especially. I gotta say that for the next part.
Yeah, we'll save that for the next part. But would you like to go into your song that you're going?
Let's go to the next song. The next song will be by a band I used to be in. I used to play bass in. We're not technically broke up, but we still have to finish putting out the last album, which is it's already complete. We just gotta put it out. I don't know. Don't ask me. Don't ask me what's money. Basically, all I can really say money, I guess. Because it does cost quite a bit of money to put an album out. We did put out this album, but if you like what you hear with this album is still available on CD, baby. The band is called Deathlike Dissonance, and that's Deathlike, all one word. Dissonance, Dissonance. So look up on that on CD, baby, or you can type it in Google, whatever. We do have a YouTube account, but I don't check it. I don't think any of the other members check that, so that's why I wouldn't suggest check it out. But we're gonna listen to a song that I helped write for this. It was between myself, the lead vocalist / guitarist, and the other guitarist. Between all of us writing it, this is the track that a lot of people seem to like this track. I like this track. There's an actual 3-way guitar harmony going on in the track. My bass lines I wrote for it, I really enjoyed playing it because I like playing really fast hammer-on and pull-offs. So you'll hear it in the intro to it. This song is called I Am by Deathlike Dissonance. So hope you enjoy it. Anyway, check it out. If you like what you hear and you want to hear more, don't worry, there's still more. Anyways, check it out, and we're going to hit up the song right now on the Underground Rings podcast. Oh, yeah.
Boom! Massive explosion!
Michael Bay! Sex balls! And welcome back from that track from Deathlike Dissonance called I Am. And you'd heard before, you heard me talk in detail about it. I hope you enjoyed it. I really don't have anything else really to say about it other than get ready. If you like that, get ready. I'll probably play some more stuff from that album. If you like what you hear, pick it up, buy it,
Masturbate to it if you want. Anything you want, you know. I got some obsession with masturbating over music. If you watched our 2014 Albums of the Year video, which we did, you'll find it on his channel, the Metaverse channel. I kept talking a lot about masturbating to the tracks. It's like porn to me, music is as well. It's a good way to let it out your system. But getting back onto the topic that we were talking about the pros and cons of the internet, I want to talk about social networking and about how people misconceive through text messaging and, you know, through text in general, because they can't either hear how you mean it by the tone of your voice. There's not that direct communication.
It's a little bit more difficult, so you can't really fault them too much, because, you know, a lot of it can come from tone of your voice, you know, as to, you know, you're joking, or, you know, you're not joking, you're being serious, you know. And sometimes even talking is kind of a fine line, and you gotta really have to know the person. But like in texting, it's different, you know. You can only see words, but, you know, if you know the person, you can see, you know, when they're joking, and you know when they're being serious. You know this.
And I get that a lot, and people know me very well to be a very sarcastic and complete opposite of a serious person. I'm not a very serious person a lot of the time, and I like to have a laugh and joke, because you got to be positive about life. You don't want to be sitting there being serious about everything. I mean, you'd be fucking bored. You'd be a boring person. I don't want to be around boring people. The metal god, you know, he has energy. He's hilarious. I enjoy talking to him.
Yeah.
He's badass. This, you know, I don't want to be talking to someone who just sits there moping with their head down, like, oh, look at the fucking weather, it's shit, isn't it? Why do you want to talk to someone like that? He just talks about the weather.
Sounds like an emo.
Yeah, but they'll probably talk about suicidal stuff, you know. But Still emo. Yeah, so talking about emo bitch. Oh, I'm talking about when you see these statuses that people put up, and they're just arguing, and they're making it public. They're publicising their arguments with people and spewing up drama. It's
exactly. Like, there's something that needs to be said private. You should keep it private. And people tend, especially with social networking, tend to overshare. And then people get mad when they find out the NSA has been spying on you. Well, it doesn't take the fucking NSA to spy on most of these people, because you put yourself out there on social networking sites, and you post shit all the fucking time. You're like, oh, check it out, I am at so and so restaurant. And especially a lot of people don't make their profiles private.
I'm having a massive shit on the toilet now. Just put that you order.
Exactly. And that way, then, and another bad thing about that is, like, you know, say for instance, there's somebody that's stalking you, or somebody that wants to kill you. Guess what? They know your exact fucking location, and a lot of times, especially now with the smartphones, they can give you the exact location, the exact address, and how to get there. Walk there, train there, bike there, fucking ride a fucking tricycle there, for fuck's sakes. Don't care. They can get there. Might take a while on a tricycle, but that's beside the point.
That's besides the point. Oh, I just took a shit.
A wheelie, a fucking unicycle, whatever, a pogo stick. All right, they can still make it there, right?
You see a status though, and you see, and someone's they're like, "Oh, I just took a shit in my hamster cage," and then you see someone else, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sharing that shit. That's definitely getting a share of that." It's just like no one gives a shit about this stuff.
Nobody cares, other than, like you said, like the useless status. Like, okay, so what?
How is this going to progress our human race, our species, our society?
Maybe talking about some stuff like that. Okay, that's fine. You know, that is kind of funny. So, you know what, I would share that.
But no, you'll see people like these people in centuries from now. They'll find profiles of people who obviously deceased that go on their profiles to be like, this person was from 2015. Let's have a look at the statuses. And then they see all this bullshit, all these arguments and all these statuses like, oh, I just shoved the biscuit up my bum. You know what I mean? It's like, I just went shopping with my dog because I've got no friends, so I just go with my pet now. And dogs aren't even allowed in the shop, so he was outside. So technically, I didn't go shopping with him, but he did assist me to the shop. You know what I mean? It's people will be looking at this in the future, and they'll be like, "What the fuck happened? This generation of people."
What the fuck happened to society? What the hell are these strange people?
Ah.
But seriously though, and then look at all the stupid fucking criminals that are giving themselves away. Look at how many fucked up by posting shit to Facebook.
Someone posted a picture.
Wow, look at this money I just robbed.
Someone posted a picture and they killed someone, and they posted a picture of their corpse, and they said, "Look who I just killed."
They posted a picture. Yeah, they posted a picture of their dead girlfriend riding along, and then there's also stuff from like I believe 4chan. Yeah, there's 4chan. That's another one that like a lot of people were like they're being serious. Like this one dude basically says, "Hey, I'm about to kill my girlfriend." It's like, you don't believe me? Check the news right now. At this so and so area.
Fucking hell, people are mental and messed up.
One guy who in 4chan, you had one guy who just he liked 4chan. And he wanted to get back to the community. So basically, he killed himself live on webcam, and some people were trying to talk him out of it, but some people actually were encouraging him to. So basically, what he did is he gave a link to a bunch of fucking people, and a bunch of people watched him kill himself. He popped a bunch of pills, drank a shitload of alcohol, doused his whole room on fire, and then basically and put himself under the bed, and he died.
And this shit, you would not have known of this if it weren't publicised like how they publicise it on the internet. And that is a shame that people, especially teenagers now, who have this problem with their mind, and then they have.
And also being a teenager, and you have your emotions that you're not used to. You can. It can lead to a lot of things, it can lead to a lot of harmful things. It can lead to bullying. It can,
can lead to many things.
Have, killed themselves over it, It's a shame.
Well, we're going to now get on to the next song after this depressing talk. Live it up a bit. Let's make it more lively with some thrash metal.
Yes.
My friends.
Let's do some thrash metal. When I got on my old Slayer shirt on over here, well, not really old. It's not really old. It's maybe I've had not even a year yet, but it's a pretty cool Slayer shirt, pretty new one. It's pretty much a skull guy, numbing on Jesus. Looks like num Jesus.
Very
blood of Christ.
Sounds like
a pretty good name for a song. It sounds like a pretty good name for a song.
Well, this is my friend's other project for his actual band. Like you heard Citizen Slave, that was like his solo project. Like I said, he had a person come in to do guitars with him and that. But this is his main band. Go onto YouTube and type it in and leave comments, and he should have a link to his Facebook also on there, his Facebook page. It's called Alien, and this song was last year. He made this, his band made this, and I can't, because it's Spanish, I'm going to butcher this. His band name's Perro Suicida, which translated is,
I think you said I have a little bit of better, so Perro
Suicida. Translated suicidal dogs. Let's go with it. Boom. Here's the song, bitches. sung. If you didn't enjoy it, then it's alright, because we'll be having more of a variety for the next upcoming shows, because I've got some progressive and I've got some grindcore for other future podcasts as well. So we've always got a variety.
I'm gonna get some grindcore. I've got some death thrash bands to talk to. I've got some, of course, we got more black metal. We got black metal fucking everywhere. We got death metal. We got fucking, whatever. I got some hardcore. We got all kinds of stuff. Just this is also just the first episode. But I feel it was a pretty wide variety even for our first episode. I mean, you look at it, goth metal to begin with, and we had some thrash metal thrown in there. And we had some melodic black and death right there. With Deathlike Dissonance. And you got some some little thrash and shit. So yeah, so I think we had a pretty good variety for So we'll keep this up, keep this variety going, variety train rolling on. Okay, and we'll get into the last topic, how people are disconnected from society, especially with the smartphones being, prevalent as they are, and which is great, as great as smartphones are, like say for instance, I'm lost somewhere. I'm like, oh shit, how do I get to this location? I can go on my phone and go, type up where I need to go to, and it'll tell me exactly how to get there. Or it'll give me say, oh, you want to get this direction, da da da. Or say for instance, like for me, because everybody, pretty much majority of people here in Japan take the train, but then sometimes some train lines will be messed up. So you can use your phone to sit there say, okay, you know what? Where's my alternative routes? Which other ways can I go? Because it's not just one way to get to a certain location. There's many different, so on and so forth. And you can use it, play games, stuff like that. But also, a lot of people are disconnected with society, and there's even phobias out there that got invented because of this. Like people that are so addicted to their phone that they actually are addicted to it. And there's actually the phobia for it. I forgot the name. I remember the name.
Nomophobia, I think.
Yeah, nomophobia. Yeah, nomophobia. Yeah, there you go. And where they freak out if they don't have their phone. For me, it's like whatever. It's nice. It's nice to have it. But it's a good to still be connected to reality. And the same token, now, yeah, I'll use my phone, to play games or talk to people or something like that when, I'm riding the train and stuff like that, but I'm walking down the street. I don't generally use my phone. I mean, I even have seen this physically with my own two eyes. I have seen this one kid, he was like, 15, 16, he just chatting away on his phone or doing something on his phone, wasn't paying attention. He was literally seconds away from getting hit by this car. The car had to swerve a little bit, and it's a good thing there was no cars coming on the other side of the road, because there would have been somebody would have been into an accident, been wrecked. And all because this kid was not paying attention. And it looked like he was about 15, 16. My feeling is that you should be at least 18 before you have a smartphone. That's just my feelings towards it. You especially with the easy access to the internet, and you have so many child predators and stuff out there. That just gives them literally a back door to your child's, for them to communicate with them, to possibly abduct them and rape them. And, that's another reason why I'm against children having these smartphone devices, and they get so distracted by them.
The thing is, they'll get addicted to it to the point where they won't want to go out and see their friends, and their social life is based around playing on online games with them rather than actually interacting with them or talking to them on social networking.
I would much rather sit down in my house, have somebody sitting beside me, and we click up and play something on one of my gaming consoles. I love that shit.
Well,
and just. And then you also have like the kids that are just, they'll be all sitting in the same room together, and they'll all just be on their own devices. I mean, even like they did this one experiment at this one for one show. I forgot the name of it, but they did an experiment for people, and basically everybody that came there, right? They had everybody put their smartphone device up there, and each table has like points. Well, every time you you pick up that smartphone, your table deducted points deducted from it, and the table with the highest point got this like really expensive bottle of champagne, you know, and there was a lot of people struggling, you know, to like not look at their phones while they're eating, you know, they're actually have a communication with each other, you know. We don't seem to have communication anymore when, you know, with face-to-face conversations.
Well, to end it off, this last little bit with the phones. Phones should be for use as in messaging someone to say, how are you, if let's say you can't, someone who lives far away from you, or if you want to say, how are you, want to meet up or something, or to just call someone to say how they are. Yeah, phones now, you have all these apps, you have all these extra things which only, you know, encourage people's addiction and the social networking.
That's also a really good time killer when I'm on the train, though.
Yeah, but you use it for the right things. You balance it. You know, you're not addicted to it. If that makes sense.
I'm still also aware of my surroundings. I still like know exactly, you know, what stop. Okay, what stop is this? Like, I'll stop what I'm doing and be like, okay, what stop is this? And look up and sit there and say, okay, I have this many stops left, and I'll keep track in my head to how many stops I have left before I get mine, because that train's not gonna fucking stop if I say, oh shit, wait, I just missed my stop, can you turn back around? They're not gonna do that. You're gonna have to get off, get on the other side of the platform, and go back your damn self, you know. So you're not paying attention, guess what, your own fault, you know?
Yeah, pay attention. You have to have a job with a decent amount of money, because you'll constantly be having to pay attention. The amount of money you're spending there, you know what I mean? I'm paying for attention. You get it, man. It was a joke. I don't think you got it, but you know, paying attention, money, paying literally, not, you know.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. All right, it's probably not funny now because I had to repeat it so many times. It was shit anyway. It was really shit. All right, let's conclude the first podcast, and I apologise for that last bit. You know, I really do apologise for that, for anyone who had to hear that. But yeah, the music for any future podcasts, like we said at the beginning, follow us on Twitter and email us.
Personal message on Twitter will do fine. You can
email us.
Hit us up on email. You can hit us up however you want to. Hell, leave a comment down below if this is on YouTube. Anyways, hope everybody enjoyed the first ever Underground Reigns podcast.
I enjoyed it.
There will be more and more and more in store for you.
I think I enjoyed it a little bit too much. There's a massive mess right here. I've got to clean up after myself. See you later, everyone. We're signing off.
All right, see you later. Take it easy, take it sleazy, take it however you want it. And it's the Metal God 666 here. Sign out, tell you guys keep it metal. And I'm out.
I'm also out. Bye.